Costa Rica, digital nomads, you want to work remotely, you want to work where it's warm, you want to be surrounded by lush vegetation, rainforest, maybe go surfing or zip lining in the mountains between the trees. Costa Rica is a good option if you like all of those things. You could be a city vibe girl, or you could wake up early and ride the waves out in, I don't remember where that was. Yaco Beach, that's where I was. And apparently at Yaco Beach they have like really big competitions, really serious surfing competitions, because it's such a really good beach for the waves. I think the tides come in about 4 or 5 times a day. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of applying to Costa Rica's Digital Nomad program. So I've made some notes. You can apply to be in Costa Rica from 90 days to up to a year working there remotely. Not bad. You can also apply for an extension at the end for another year. As a digital nomad, you get to be exempt from certain taxes, which is nice because you're earning income outside of the country. Even though you're physically working in Costa Rica, the money has to be coming outside of the country, any other country. And you also get tax breaks on things that you need to operate yourself, whether you're working for your own business or you're working for another company. Things like a computer, your laptop or your desktop, your cell phone, and any other electronics that you might have, you are eligible for tax breaks on those, which is nice. Reliability of connectivity in Costa Rica is high. They boast about their fast internet and how it's reliable. Obviously that's really important because, if you're working in various places around Costa Rica, then you need a reliable internet connection. And if you didn't know, Costa Rica actually ranks in the top 10 destinations to work worldwide, which is awesome. I visited Costa Rica because I like warm climate. I come from the cold in Canada, Toronto, and it is freezing here 6 months out of the year. So any opportunity I get to go somewhere warm, I go. And what I remember about Costa Rica is lush rainforests, beaches as well. The only thing that I regret is I went to the Pacific side of Costa Rica where they have black sand, and I heard the Caribbean side is totally different with blue water and white sand, which is what I like better. But I was able to experience surfer waves in Costa Rica, particularly Yaco Beach. So I saw some gnarly surfers doing their thing as early as 6 o'clock a.m. They were all lined up on the water at the beach. I was like, oh, I'm late. And I took my first surf lesson in Costa Rica, which was very challenging. I started off kneeling on the board, and when the waves came in, my instructor would be like, get up, get up. And that was the hardest part, is standing up on the surfer board and then riding the smaller waves. A lot of falling, a lot of trying again, because the board is huge and balance is key as well. Something I still need to work on, and I plan to take more lessons. All right, so back to my notes. You can use your driver's license on the island, in Costa Rica, anywhere you are, as your main ID, but to apply to this visa program, you do need to have your passport. So financials, you need to be earning a minimum of $3,000 USD per month to be eligible for this program. And if you have dependents, then you have to be making a minimum of $4,000 per month USD. And things that you'll need to apply are your bank statements, your financials, medical, insurance, passport. Those are the main things. And you will have to apply to the immigration subcategory of stay for remote workers and service providers. And another tidbit is Costa Rica is in the Central Standard Time Zone, and they do not take part in daylight savings time. One more thing I want to talk to you guys about Costa Rica is the hot springs. Now, I tried this out and it was amazing. And so the one that I tried is called Baldi Hot Springs. I'm going to grab my laptop for this one so I can tell you all the details. So it's called Baldi Hot Springs Hotel Resort and Spa, and they have 60 pools where you just go and immerse yourself into, water's falling off rocks, and it's like some of them are hot, some of them are cool from what I remember, and it's just such a really cool place. Like, you could go and spend the whole day there if you want, or half a day, and just go into these pools and you feel so relaxed and so refreshed. And honestly, you're surrounded by lush vegetation in the mountains, and it's just an experience you have to try. So I went for half a day. I arrived in the afternoon, so I bought a day pass. And I just at my own leisure, I just went from pool to pool, different sizes. Some people are there, and they're not crowded or anything. It's just a very nice thing to do at your own pace. And then after I was finished, I had a buffet dinner, which was great. Good food, good ambiance. Again, surrounded by the rainforest, up in the mountains. You can see volcanoes. It's pretty cool, and it's affordable. So for foreigners like myself, the fee, so I did the hot springs and the dinner, so that was $62, and that's today's prices, USD. If you just want to do the hot springs, it's $42. Children are $29. You can also do the hot springs and lunch, or you could do the hot springs, lunch, and dinner, and that's $84 for adults. For nationals, it's a bit cheaper. You can gauge it to around half price, $25 for adults for the hot springs. Well, it's a little lower than half price. And then again, different rates for the springs and the dinner and the lunch, or if you want to combine. So definitely, that is one thing you have to try if you go visit Costa Rica for vacation, or you actually go on a visa program. Thanks guys for watching my video. I hope you learned some important points about applying to this Digital Nomad Visa program, and go check it out. See if this is a place that you see yourself staying for a long period of time, whether it's 90 days, 6 months, or even a year. I encourage people to always go to a place before they, just decide to stay there and work there. It has to be a place where you can vibe with, like, are you a city person, or do you like to be out in the country surrounded by vegetation? Or, do you like the city vibe, buildings and stores and places that you could walk to, which is what I did when I stayed in the city. I remember going to Starbucks and ordering my latte in Spanish, saying, caliente, because I like my latte extra hot. But things like that. So yeah, go check it out, see the sights, see the scenes, talk to the locals, and catch the vibe before you make any decisions. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you hit that like button. It helps support the channel, and even subscribe.